Okay, so at this point, I don't really know what to say anymore. The novelty of this reboot kinda went away from me in the middle of the first season because of how bad the writing was. If you saw my last video on season 1 of the iCarly reboot, you know that I'm not really a fan. I gave season 2 a try just to see if they improved the writing or took any criticism from the previous season, but it doesn't look like anything has changed. The plots are still terribly simple, there's like one joke that barely lands per episode, and the cameos of old legacy characters still feel cheap and nostalgia baity. The first thing that stood out to me this time around was the way they always try to poke fun at current pop culture or general popular things in the modern world. Jokes about people being obsessed with their Pelotons or the recent hype show Squid Game feel so disingenuous and do nothing but date the show. Like if for some reason Squid Game doesn't maintain its popularity in future years, someone watching that episode down the line probably won't understand the reference. Again, focusing way too much on current popular topics to get the same cheap laughs you'd expect from average TikTok videos will only negatively impact the show's rewatchability. And speaking of references, this season does have its fair share of cameos, bringing back even more characters we haven't seen since the original series. Unfortunately though, a lot of them are really just shoehorned in for quick laughs, and I'm mainly talking about episode 2, aka the one where they fight Lubert in court. Now, the way they brought him back was actually kinda clever, and it was surprising not seeing him in his regular insane state. But the flurry of cameos thrown in from other old characters kind of felt wasted. Guppy and Nick were really great additions to the original show whenever they appeared for an episode, but to see them just thrown in here for like 2 minutes each felt like an exploitation of viewer nostalgia. In general, I feel like this show hasn't done a good job of introducing its own new characters other than the main cast that people want to see more of. They had something going with Harper's new girlfriend from the end of the first season, but she's barely even in the second season. And now we just get Pearl, who doesn't really add anything to the group dynamic and is just there because she dates Freddy. Now the worst thing about this season and the series as a whole are the plots. They're just so bland and boring that they make the show such a slog to get through. The original series episodes were just way more creative. Remember the episode that all took place in a dream where every character got their own dance number? The episode where they get trapped in Nora's basement and Gibby has to literally fight her to save the day? The episode where they go to a mental hospital and meet Sheldon Cooper? There's literally so many I can name here because they were all so unique and iCarly. With all the characters being adults in the reboot, I feel like that wacky tone is kinda dumbed down, and so the plots are more ordinary to keep in check with the more grown-up vibe they're trying to give us. Like, where are the weird side characters? You know what I mean? In the older episodes, some of the funniest jokes came from the characters that didn't even have a name, but were just there to fill out this weird world they created. Again, that's something I just feel is missing from the new show. It's those little details that make the old show just so much more consistently entertaining. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the new iCarly Season 2. Again, now that the novelty is kinda gone, I basically have the same opinion as last season, but I'm more unsure if I'm going to watch a Season 3 if they make one. Looking at some other videos of creators online, it seems like there are a group of people who do actually like this season, so I wouldn't be surprised if they do continue it. Overall though, to me, this reboot just feels like a cash grab and something I wouldn't recommend to old fans of the show. Thanks for watching, and comment below what you think of Season 2, and I'll see you guys in the next video.